Alright, thought we'd jump back in here for a little bit. The house is quiet, the Wi-Fi seems to be behaving. Papa Smurf has some real life stuff going on, so I don't think we're going to get the vehicle pack updated today. So I thought I'd come in here and finish clearing the rest of the trees off of these two fields. And I actually found a auto load wood trailer that actually log trailer that actually works. So much better shape this time than we were earlier this morning. So continue with the logging. Want to see if we can earn enough money to turn in the lease on the Scorpion King and buy it. So we're going to run a couple loads up to the sell point. I did a little test earlier and I ran one load over to the wood chipper, and I was able to unload with this new pack of trailers, log trailers. But I figure I'll jump back on for another like maybe 2 hours, see how it goes. See if the house stays quiet. Try, like I said, my main goal is to get Farm Chick 63, thank you. I finally found a Low truck that works, and it seems to be a lot more stable. So I did a quick test with it. I ran one load of logs over to the wood chipper with it, and it seems to be a lot more stable. So we'll see how it goes. I want to cut one more load and run them up to the sell point. See how it does on a long haul. But I want to get these two pieces of field cleared so I can sell them, cut the grass and then sell them, so I can get the piece of property I really want. So I'm doing it like a let's play where the farmer gave me timber rights to these two pieces of property. And when we're done with the trees and the grass, we're going to turn it back into the farmer. But doing timber this way is it's really slow and time consuming. But we're getting there. Yeah, I thought we'd be working on the vehicle pack, but I know Papa Smurf had some real life stuff going on today, so I don't know if we're going to get to the vehicle pack today or not. So my sister ran out to get her errands done, so the house was quiet. So I figured, what the heck, I'll just jump back on here for a few minutes and see how it goes. Sassy one, good afternoon. I was just gonna watch your morning stream, and then this popped up, so I'll watch the other one later. You didn't miss much. It's pretty much the same thing. I had to restart this map because I made some changes to it, so I lost my game save with an update. But it's a good thing because we made some good changes to the map. So I lost my game save, so I figured I'd come in and try something different. And when you start the map now in new farmer mode, you get fields 2 and field 3. And I figure, what the heck, I'll just do it as like a let's play, uh, like a not really like a survival let's play, but I figured different scenario. So I figured I'll come in and I'll pretend that the farmer that owns these 2 pieces of property gave us the timber rights to clear them. So I'm going to cut all the trees down. I'm going to cut the grass, and then I'm going to turn these 2 pieces of properties back over to the farmer. And I'm going to buy the piece of property that I really want. And what's going to happen is once I sell these 2 fields, it's going to open them back up for contracts and missions, and I won't have to worry about trees in the way. So I can actually make, like field 4, I can't harvest field 4 because it's full of trees. But now, I mean, we can definitely do contracts on these now that all the trees are out of the way. So that's another reason why I want to sell them, because I want to I'm going to actually earn money by doing some of the contracts. So, thought I'd try things a little bit different on this start than the last start. So what I did is I came in and I cut 2 million liters worth of wood chips with this unit. Just enough to sell them and earn some money. And then I bought the K100 and the auto load trailer for wood. I bought the wood chipper, and I put a placeable heating plant down. So I'm getting resin from the wood chipper, which we're going to need for the boathouse. So if I just cut these logs up and sell them as wood chips, I'm not getting the resin. So if I throw it in the wood chipper, now I'm getting wood chips and I'm getting resin. And then I put the placeable heating plant down, which takes wood chips. So now I'm getting resin, wood chips, and income per hour. So I think it's a little bit better start than the first time, without having to take out any loans or cheat any money in. And then I added a couple pieces to the starting vehicles fleet in new farmer mode. I added let me get these last couple stumps. I'll show you what I added. I cut the stumps as I go because I can't see them later once I pick the logs up. So I've been cutting stumps as they go. But I added to a new farmer mode. I added a spreader for lime and fertilizer, and I added a second tractor with the Condor seeder, and I edited the seeder so it will seed everything, including the multi-fruits and poplar. So I added all the fill types to it. So that's now part of the starting fleet, just to help you out with a little bit easier start. 'Cause it was really tough to get started before without cheating any money in. So, but this should be a lot more stable now, because this is a different. This is the Flegel. I think the other one was Timber Runner or something like that. So this is definitely a different log trailer pack than I had earlier today. So I don't like the K100 with it. I want the other truck, but the other truck's way more money than I have right now. So we're going to run one or two more loads of logs up to the sell point with this. And then I'm going to put one or two more loads at the trigger. If the wood chipper's full, it won't take any more logs, but I can dump some on the trigger and it'll take them in as the factory runs empty. So we'll drop a couple more loads over there. So it seems to be working out a little bit better. And then since I was doing another restart, I actually threw more trees on fields 2, 3, and 4 to cut down. So there was more than the earlier version had. I don't want to overload this thing. Let's take this for a ride and see how it does on a long haul. And then eventually I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to buy field 4. I'm going to lease it from the owner. We're going to buy the timber rights from him. We're going to cut all these trees down, and then we'll sell it back to him. But yeah, I took the last couple of days off. I needed a much needed break from Farm Sim. Spent like 3 days playing Eco, started a new world on single player with no meteor. Just to mess around with the survival crafting type of game. But this trailer does not seem to be as top heavy as the last set of trailers I had, the Timber Runner. Unfortunately, it's from the link I got off of modhub.us took me to share mods, and I hate downloading anything from share mods. I usually completely refuse. but I ended up downloading it from Share Mods. Then I shut everything down on my computer. I ran a virus scan, I ran a malware scan, and then I cranked the computer back up. I absolutely hate downloading anything from Share Mods. But I'm liking this set of trailers a lot better, and it actually has a trailer hitch on the back, so you can actually buy a second one of these with the dolly and then run a road train. Which I may end up doing at some point if we do a lot of logging. I'll run two of these trailers like a road train back and forth, so I don't have to drive as many times back here to the sell point. Yeah, I don't like share mods either. I usually refuse to download anything from share mods, but I was desperate. I spent like an hour looking on Modland, on ModHub, and I couldn't find a decent auto load trailer set, because the one I was using this morning was conflicting with something in our vehicle pack, and it wouldn't unload. I couldn't get it to auto unload. I could get it to auto load, it just would not auto unload for me at all. But this one seems to be a lot more stable. Oh, sure, and you're going to come over here and cut me off too, aren't you? Yeah, even this one, when you make the turn, the back tires don't even tip off the ground. But I think I'm making actually more money on the logs than I am on wood chips. Because I get about $50,000 per truckload. And it's about 8 trees per truck. So I'm getting about $50,000 per like 8 trees. And the Scorpion King, I think, is like $250,000. So I use Xbox One control. I don't have a whole gaming setup. Paul W 1962, thank you for stopping in, saying hello. No, I can't drive mouse and keyboard. I use Xbox One control. And my Xbox One control I'm using is so wore out that the left joystick sticks, and my vehicles usually move to the left by themselves, and my the letter A key is to the point where it's even hard to push down and doesn't work half the time. So I'm about ready for a new one. But I wanted to get some more testing done on this map so I can get it to my Patreon members in the next day or two, and then we'll get this map released to everybody on somewhere around the 15th or 20th, somewhere in that time frame. We have a couple more adjustments to make with the vehicle pack for this map, because you cannot use the vehicle pack from the other three maps on this map, because they'll throw fill type errors. Because they took all the extra fill types out of this map, so that there's no mining, no sewage, no trash, no clean fill, no concrete. So this map's been severely neutered compared to my other three maps. So the vehicles from those other three maps throw all kind of fill type errors. So we're working on a vehicle pack just for this map. Oh. Yeah, I can't wait to get the better tractor. This one is the K100 is a little bit unstable. It's a little bit too small for this trailer, but I can't afford the better truck yet. So this is just a temporary truck for now. Oh, yeah, it's definitely, this truck is definitely too small for this trailer. Let's get another half a load cut. Get these two fields cleared. Try and get this done so I don't have to pay for another hour lease on the, or another day's lease on the Scorpion King. I'll just come up here and start. We'll go down the new row. Work our way down. Dixieland. In the house. Dixie, I don't think Papa's home yet. I haven't heard from him. So I think the vehicle pack update we're going to have to sit on until tomorrow. And then we're going to have to, Papa and I are going to have to get together and then update some vehicles for this map as well, because they're the same issues we're having with the other vehicle pack we're going to have on this vehicle pack. So the Homer for this map is going to have to get changed and updated. So that'll be tomorrow's project, I guess. It was supposed to be today's project, but that'll end up being tomorrow's project. But I think I've been about 4 hours now into a new game save, and I don't have the trees cleared on these 2 fields yet. But it's a much better start than just munching them up with the brooks. Because I was able to buy the wood chipper, and I was able to buy the placeable heating plant. So I have all that up and running now. I'll head over this way. Should have enough to run one more load up to the sell point. Where is, here it is. Then I saw another place on this map with missing grass, and I figured I can deal with a little bit of missing grass. There's no way I'm going to go back in and fix it and do yet another restart with the new save game, so I figured the heck with it. I can deal with some missing grass. I think I restarted this map like 6 times already. But I did figure out one thing today. I'm going to have to make a placeable storage tank for resin. Because if you start making a lot of resin before you buy the boathouse, you're definitely not going to have any place to store it, and your factory's going to shut down. So it won't take me long to make a placeable storage tank for resin. Let me get turned around, get facing the other way. Oh, looks like I missed a stump. No, I didn't. Alright, it's just the way the log is laying. You can't, no, you can't store resin in the regular silo. They're for bulk goods only. There's no liquids in the, there's no liquid storage built into this map. I don't want to add them to the regular silos because then I'd have to build new triggers to unload with. And then it would end up being yet another restart. So it'll be easier for me to just build a placeable storage tank for resin. The silos that are built into the map have no liquid triggers built into them for output products. Do I want to push it? No, it's going to be top heavy. Grab a sip of coffee and I'll head up to the sell point. Alright. Yeah, I like this trailer set better than the Timber Runner wide. Because if you look at my help menu, it tells me that I have 24 logs loaded at 19.6 ton. And it doesn't seem to be as wobbly as top heavy as the other trailer set. Because the other one was called the Timber wide auto load or something like that, and this one's the Flegel different version, different truck, and it definitely seems to be more stable. And I've made about 6 trips to the wood chipper so far, and about 4 trips to the sell point so far, and I've not put it on its side yet. And with the old auto load truck, I put that thing on its side like every time I use it. Kind of hard to remember what can be stored where. Yeah, between the farm maps. Yeah. What's good about the other three maps, we have the placeable silos that hold everything, every fill type. So, but on the as part of the mod pack with this map, I put the diesel storage tank in and I put the water storage tank in. Because there's really, I can do a liquid storage tank. I can do a liquid silo that will hold all the liquids for this map. It won't be hard to do. But I think I'd rather just do the individual tanks and let the players pick and choose what they want to put down. Because there's really no need to store like digestate or liquid manure on this map. Heck, even the extra resin, if it's not going in the boathouse, could probably just be sold for cash as well. But I figured I'd get a little bit of it saved up for the boathouse. But the wood chipper, it's cranked up pretty high. It's making a ton of resin. I may have to even slow it down some. Oh, got all kind of traffic back here. Look, even the limo's going to try and cut me off. We'll just drive on the UK side of the road for now. Yeah, but when I built this map, I didn't even think about liquid storage for resin. And I didn't realize it until I had bought the wood chipper this morning and got it running. We'll stop on the way back, I'll show you. It's cranked up pretty high, so the production rate's really, really high, so I may either have to increase the capacities for self-storage or build a separate storage tank. I haven't decided yet. But I'll stop on the way back, I'll show you. But I get about $50,000 per 24 logs. 24, 25 logs. Averaging like $50,000 per truckload. And I think it's paying better than wood chips. I have enough money now I can get the better truck. But I'm going to hold off until I buy the farmland I want. But yeah, I had no desire to work on the pizza factory today. I'll throw it on the to-do list for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll actually get some sleep tonight. I haven't slept well all week. So I'm super tired right now. I just want to go take a nap. Oh, sister's home. Dog's gonna bark. She just pulled in the driveway. And then the only other mod I want to download is the realistic fuel mod that burns the diesel in the vehicles like 2 or 3 times faster than we're using it now. So it's definitely more realistic. Because you can use one of these trucks for a month without putting any more diesel in it. But this is completely full, and you're getting like 50% wood chips, 50% resin. So you're getting a lot of resin out of here. So it's not going to take long for this factory to fill up. It holds 1,000,000 liters. So, I mean, shit, 500,000 liters is enough to run the boathouse. So if I hit 1,000,000 liters and this thing shuts down, I may just sell. Did I build resin? Tell me I built resin into one of the sell points. If not, we'll add resin into one of the sell points. Yeah, so we can sell resin at the construction site if we have to. And then I put the earn enough money to buy that, and I put the placeable heating plant down. So I've got it. I didn't put many wood chips in it, but I've got it. Um, so it's making me income per hour. I figure this is a good spot to put it down, right in front of the wood chipper. But the regular silos on the map will hold the wood chips. It'll hold every bulk product and all the animal feeds. So if you put a chicken pen down, you buy too much chicken feed and you need to empty your trailer, then you can just dump it in any of the silos. But I didn't think about what I would do with the extra liquids when I built the map, so that was my bad. We'll work on liquid storage. Shoot, I can have liquid storage facility built in like an hour. Alright, get the rest of these trees cleared. Did you put any Easter eggs, as you call it, in any other maps aside from Ricci's Hollow? I can't tell you that. It's one of those things, if we tell you, gotta kill you, so I can't tell you. You'll have to explore. That's why they are Easter eggs. I know, I mean like that. Ritchieville does not have one. Because that was my first map and I didn't think about putting one in. I'm not going to confirm or deny if there's one in this map. There may be one, there may not be one. And I know Dixie's not giving up any secrets. So how do the leases work? I normally don't lease vehicles, but I leased this because I didn't have the money for it. So I know, is it by the day or is it by the hour? Jump in here to the store real quick. So what's this actually costing us? Oh yeah, so it's 5,000. We paid 12,000 for the initial cost, and it's costing us $5,200 an hour. So I want to definitely want to get the rest of these trees down and return this lease. And then hopefully we'll have enough money where we can just right out buy it. That's why I want to load the trigger up at the wood chipper as well, so we don't have to worry about cutting trees for that for a while. And I'm not, yeah, Dixie's not telling either. She's not going to tell you. She's not going to confirm or deny um, if there's any Easter eggs in this map either. Oh, did I not turn it on? No, you're on. Oh, I just wasn't up far enough. Oh, that's just say. I thought there were two stumps right here. Braden, hi. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for taking time out of your day and saying hello. This is the new FS Commando has cheered with some bits. It's been a while since we've spoke. But I thought I'd come on and do a little bit more play testing here on the new Homestead map. We get this load of logs sold, and anybody that's new to this map, I'll take you for a little tour. So, one more trip up to the sell point, I'll take you for a map tour, show you what's going on with this map. I'm in no hurry to get anything done on this map. This is my casual lay back and play map. So the story behind this map while I'm picking these logs up is I wanted a homesteading map similar to No Man's Land. So I downloaded No Man's Land and I played on it for about, I don't know, half hour to an hour, maybe 2 hours, and there just wasn't enough on that map and I was completely bored. And then I downloaded Flat Map, and it's literally that. It's literally a completely flat map with absolutely nothing on it but grass, a vehicle shop, and an animal dealer. And that went in my wastebasket in about 10 minutes. And I looked around for something similar to No Man's Land and really couldn't find anything. So I said to heck with it. I'm going to make my own homesteading type of map where I don't have to worry about heavy production. I can just sit back at night and play a casual game. My goal on this map is literally to put 32 sheep pen down. I'm not going to put any more on here. Is literally to put 32 sheep pen down with 2,000 sheep per pen and try and run 64,000 animals. That's my ultimate goal for this map as I play. So I couldn't find anything out there, so I said to heck with it, and I decided to build my own homesteading type of map. and something with a hard start, a difficult economy. So I neutered the map. I took Ridgeville. I kept the center waterfall and mountain. That's the only thing I kept. I took everything else out of the map and flattened it and started with a fresh map and a fresh road system. And I neutered it. I took all the extra fill types out, so it has no mining, it has no sewage, no trash, no cement, none of the other fill types. And then I wanted a map where you can create most of your own fields. So about 80% of the map is all cut down the trees and create your own fields. And I built a few fields into the map where you could do missions on and contracts to earn some money. But you have to, all the animal pens are built into the map, so you can put all your own animal pens down. There's extra sheds built into the map, so you could put extra sheds down and put your own storage down and create your own farmyard. You have to put your own sleep trigger down. See if I can get around here without getting hit head on. So it's going to be a fun little map to play on. And like I said, I'll go for a tour. Sorry, old man. Oh, you did break it. All right, let me. I may have to go in and reset. I can't figure out in Streamlabs what's causing that. All right, hold on, guys. Just bear with me. Yeah, I can't figure out what in the stream is actually causing that. There we go. I think that cleared it. That clear? Yeah, I think that cleared it. Yeah, I got to figure out what's causing that in Streamlabs. I don't know what setting I have wrong, and I've been through it, and I've shared my screen, and Papa Smurf's been through it, and I have no idea why it gets stuck on the screen like that. I won't cheer again. But it's on my to-do list to try and figure out what's causing it. I just got to go back through all my settings. And I think it's only when you cheer. I don't think it's anything else. I think there's something I don't have set up right when you cheer. But yeah, let me get this sold. We'll get back to the yard, and then I'll take you on a little bit more of a map tour for those that are new to this map. It's all good. Oh, there's a light pole. Crap. Something I just noticed. Hold on. You're not in the pole. You're sitting next to the pole. Damn it. I'll have to fix that for the next update. If I move that pole, it's not going to cause a restart. And this one doesn't have any light in it at all. All right, I'll fix this for the next update. And you don't have a light in it either. All right. I'll fix these for the next update. They will not cause a new game save on my test map. Stuff you notice as you're driving through the map. Give me a second, I'll catch up on chat. Captain Jake 5. Hey, old man, what did you say when a new vehicle update is? Papa Smurf has some real life stuff going on today. So we're not going to get the vehicle pack updated today. So you can look for that update probably tomorrow. He was working on it, but then he had some real life stuff going on today. So give us we'll either get it out tomorrow or Saturday. We don't want to rush it out because I want it to be the last update or the last time we have to fix something. So we want to take our time and get it right and not just rush the update out. And give Dixie some time to retest it. And then when we get that vehicle pack updated, I'm going to have to do some, Pop and I are going to have to get together. We're going to have to do some updates to the vehicle pack for this map because they're essentially the same pack, just with a different name and different logos. But, yep, let me get back to the farm and I'll take you on a little bit more detailed tour of the map. Yeah, Dixie probably did all of the testing on the vehicle pack. To be completely honest with you, I was busy building this map, and I did absolutely like zero testing with the vehicle pack. So we'll get it right. I mean, they're not hard fixes. They're really easy fixes. It's just I'm not the vehicle guy Papa Smurf is, and like I said, he had some real life stuff going on today. Yeah, so I didn't. So I didn't want to rush the updates out and then find something else wrong and then have to update it again because my internet's not the greatest, and most of the time I can't even stream. And when I upload the vehicle pack to my Mega, it takes it about half an hour just to upload. So I hate putting out an update and then having to take it off of Mega and then upload another update and then find something else wrong and have to take it off Mega and upload another update because it takes a while. Just like this map alone takes me like almost an hour to upload to Mega. I should probably just sell this and buy the better truck for now. So I won't be using this K100 truck for a while with this light on tipper. So I could probably trade this truck in for the better truck now. and then we'll do that, and then I'll take you on a tour. Because my pickup truck is sitting over at the vehicle shop anyway. So we'll head over that way. Well, let me ask you this. Who's new in here that wants to see a more detailed tour of the map? Or has everybody already seen what's going on with this map? And you're like, no, no, not again. You showed it about 100 times. Alright, so let's sell this guy. And then I want to buy... So this is essentially the mod pack for this map. And like I said, don't use the Ritchiville, Ricci Hollow, Ricci Islands mod pack for this map, because we had to make it fill type specific. So it's been neutered just for this map. But I want to buy the better truck, and Papa redid the logos, so I'll show you the logos for this map. So it's the Homestead logo. So it's also been relogoed for this map as well. So if I go in here and I show you like the tanker, so the tanker has the new Homestead logo on it as well. Pick a different color where you can see it. So it looks really cool though. So different colors make the logo stand out. And then the where's that other trailer? It looks really cool with the logos on it as well. So this one looks really cool too with the Homestead logos on. Depending on what color you pick, it makes it look much different. So that looks pretty cool too. Alright, she'll be sitting here waiting for us. But yeah, it's got the Homestead logo on the door. And then it's got the other Homestead logo on the back. So it looks pretty cool. So thank Papa for the Homestead logos. He worked hard on these logos as well. Can never show it off too much. Alright, here we'll go for another tour. So let me zoom out as far as we can. So essentially there's only a small section of town, and it's right through here. And all the gas stations have the working gas trigger, so you can fill up your diesel at any of the service stations on the map. So a couple sell points along here. You have the animal dealer here, so your animal buy trigger is right here. You can sell all of your bales right here at the right there's the barn. And then back here, I can't do it with this truck, but back here, bring a tipper back here, you can buy every animal feed right here out of this silo. So you can buy, you know, your bird seed, your goat food, your horse food. You can buy all your animal feeds right there. They're not in pallets on this map, they're all bulk. So we have the couple sell points, and then right here is the spinnery for your bales of lavender and cotton and wool, uh, tobacco. I think cashmere gets sold right there as well. And then you have my house is right here, so I've got the flag. I live in Shady Pines retirement home. My truck is sitting right there, and I'm senile, so I've got the four ways going. The headlights are on. So, senile old man with his truck sitting over there with all the lights on. Got the South BGA here. When you first start the map in new farmer mode, you now have this spreader sitting here. I'm giving you the second tractor, the Fendt, with a seeder, and this seeder is full. So it's got 20,000 liters of fertilizer and 40,000 liters of seeds already in it waiting for you. You start with fields 2 and 3, but they're full of trees, so you have to cut all the trees down and clear them in order to use them. You start with field 8, which is full of potatoes. And then right behind fields 2 and 3, there's a small, where the vehicles are parked, there's a composter, a grass dryer, and a silo that you can use. And then I bought this piece of property with the wood chipper on it. Once I got in game, I bought that. And then you also get, you can go through the garage. I'll show you. You don't get the heating plant or the water fill trigger. You get the pig barn. You get the condor. You get this tipper. You get the Brooks all-in-one. You get 2 Fendts. The pickup truck. There's a potato washer and a potato steamer built onto the map. And then you get, there's a Krone mower. I already sold it off. You get, is it this one? Yeah, you get this mower as part of the starting fleet. But I already sold it off. And then pretty much what you see in front of me with trees and grass is 80% of the map. So we'll head around. We'll make a loop, and then I'm going to get the rest of those trees cut down. The retirement house is cute. Yeah, old man lives at Shady Pines. I see Sophia there all the time. Dorothy's had enough of her and sent her to Shady Pines, so I'm good friends with Dorothy. Or with Sophia, I should say. But yep, this you can get gas down here. This is the little beach town. And now you have, there's a farmhouse and farmyard built down here if you want to buy this piece of property and set up shop over here. And it has the 4 water fields down here, so you can grow your rice and your cranberry in water. And then you can flood and unflood these anytime you want. And if you keep them unflooded, you can plant, your regular crops like wheat or oats. If you don't want to grow rice or cranberry, just keep them unflooded. So plenty of room here to cut fields in. And if you buy this farmland down here, you actually get the piece of property that I'm sitting on. So you can get the farmhouse, the farmyard, and then this piece of property costs you a little over $1 million. But there's plenty of room here to cut all these trees down and put in a decent sized starter field. Inside of the canal, there are no fields. It's all create your own. So between the canals and Center Mountain, it's all create your own fields. On the east side of the map and on the west side of the map, there's only one road going north and south. So I'll circle up to the right and then we'll come back down. But only road on this side of the map going north and south. So you can actually purchase this house over here and pond if you want to set up your house and your yard over here. And there's a bunch of people zooming around on jet skis over on this pond. And then the construction site is a sell point for your lumber products. It'll buy the tables, the chairs, the benches, the lumber, the plywood. So you can sell that right here. So plenty of options to set up different houses or wherever you want to start with on the map. But more storage here with the silo. And then, sorry about that, my sinuses are killing me again today. So another house here. So if you want to buy this piece of property, put your sleep trigger here, you can. I've reduced the amount of bridges. So there's only 3 bridges now going into the center of the canal on this map. So once I finished with taking all the trees off of fields 2 and 3 that I give you to start with, I'm going to sell them and I'm going to buy the piece of property over here near the waterfall because that's where I want to start my homestead at. So let me cut through here and I'll show you where I'm going to, what piece of property I'm going to buy. So my goal is to buy this house right here. So I think it's a really cool shot right here, living at the base of the waterfall. And then it has some storage sheds and a silo on the same piece of property. So essentially, like here, $1.5 million will get you this piece of property, and across the street, $2 million is where I'm going to set up all of my sheep pens. So I'm going to cut all the trees down over here and plant this whole plot in clover, so I can get the grass windrow from it. And then I'm going to start putting all my sheep pens down over on that side of this field here, right across from the house. And that's the only farm on the inside of the canal. We'll go for right up the mountain, and then we'll circle back around. But I think I'm burned out on high production, so I can't stop playing this map, to be honest with you. So I left the top of the mountain as a grass meadow if you want to purchase it. There is a farmhouse up here. So farmhouse up here and a peach orchard. So if you want to set up on top of the mountain, the farmhouse and peach orchard will only cost you $152,000, and then the big meadow will cost you $875,000. And the peach orchard only takes water and either compost or manure to run. And then the castle's still a sell point. And then this is my favorite part of the map. So if you come over here and you turn on, in single player, turn on switch to trains. So over here a hot air balloon will come down and land and then take off again. So if you turn on your switch to trains and you flip through your vehicles, it'll put you in the hot air balloon. And you can go for a hot air balloon ride, and the camera will pan around and you get some pretty good views of the map. And then there's an inside camera as well, so you can pan around inside the balloon and you get some pretty cool views of the map. But you've got to turn on switch to trains in order to see it. So let me get back to my truck. Let me turn this off before I forget, because wrong one. Let me turn this off before I forget, because I hate when I accidentally tab through to the train. So, you got nothing to do, you're bored, go for a hot air balloon ride. So that's everything on the inside of the canal. So we'll head back over this way, now we'll head north. And then this is the only bridge on this side of the map. And then there's one bridge going north. So on this side of the map, you actually have to go south to go north. So I've got you another house over here and another silo if you want to purchase this piece of property. But here's where you have to go south to go north. So you've got to come over this bridge to go back up and over the other bridge. So we'll head into the wood chipper. I actually bought this. I sold enough wood chips and trees, and I bought this piece of property over here. So the wood chipper. How much? So the wood chipper costs you $300,000, but it gives you, and then the table factory, which I didn't show you, is $1.6 million. And it makes tables, chairs, benches, a little bit of wood chips and resin. And then the wood chipper, all you have to do is add logs and it'll give you wood chips and resin. And then I put the placeable heating plant down and I throw wood chips in and water, and it'll give you income per hour, and then a little bit of digestate to as a byproduct. But even this in olive green with the Homestead logo looks pretty good. So plenty of trees down here to keep this running. Oh, I see a message popped up. I wonder if I may have to sneak out here a second and check messages. Maybe Papa Smurf's back home. And if he wants to work on the vehicle pack, I'm going to get out of here. So I'll take you for a tour. I'll check messages. And then I'm going to need to either get out of here or I want to cut the rest of those trees down. One of the two. So right here on the edge of the woods, there's another farmyard and farmhouse if you want to buy this piece of property. And then this piece of property. So you buy this house, you get a section of woods, trees with it. $928,000 for that piece of property and the trees across the street. It's really cool right there too, sitting right on the water watching the ships go by. So that's another cool piece of property. And then we'll head down this way first. And then the mountain range to my left was just an open grass meadow, and I didn't like it. So I put in another mountain and a couple of more fields. And the map now feels more finished. It felt unfinished with that just being an open grass meadow. But again, to give you more options, here's another farmyard and house here. And this one I think has a pretty nice piece of property with it as well. So you get the section of land between the mountain and the water over here. And then bridge here to go inside the canal. And then down on this end there's another bridge that took us down to where the jet skis were and the house is under construction. So plenty of options for you to start with. So we come up over on this side. There's a forest with a sawmill. So bring logs and wood chips. And it's going to make you lumber, plywood, pallets, firewood, resin, and a little bit of wood chips that you can put right back in and burn. So the sawmill will cost you 1.5 million, but you get half the forest with it. And if you want to buy the rest of the forest, it's another, 1.6 million. And then behind the sawmill brings you over to field 9, and it's the only way in and only way out. So you got field 9 here, and then you have to drive around field 9 to get to field 10, and it's the only way in and out of these two fields. So another bridge here will get you over to here. And I left these two fields open so you could do missions and contracts on. So I didn't want to be mean and put trees in every single field on the map. But these pieces of property over here are really, really expensive. So pull the map back up. So field 9 is going to cost you 3.3 million, and then field 10 is going to cost you 2.2 million. So they're pretty pricey pieces of property. And it looks like we've got a bot. It wouldn't be a stream without a bot trying to get in. So this is the sawmill area. And then this corner of the map is intended, you're not going to be able to get this running early game. This is going to be more mid game. So, like I said, this top corner is going to be more mid game. I start you with field 8 and it has potatoes in it. Next to it is the pig barn, potato washer, potato steamer, and another silo. Next to it is a poultry house that you need to deliver chickens, ducks, water, straw, diesel, chicken feed, duck feed. And it's going to give you eggs, duck eggs, chicken cuts, and duck cuts or chicken fillets, something like that. And then next to it is the breakfast factory. And you need to bring steamed potatoes over to it. You need to bring live pigs over to it. You need to bring either chicken eggs or duck eggs over to it. And it's going to make you scrambled eggs, hash browns, sausage, and bacon. So this whole top corner, potato washer, potato steamer, so this whole top corner of the map works together. And that'll bring us straight across to the other side of the map, which y'all have already seen, where the sell point is for the wood chips and the logs. I left fields 6 and 7 in with the power poles going through the middle. So over here we have the diner as a sell point. Another gas station where you can get diesel, so diesel trigger works. North BGA up here with a grass piece of property. So you can, if you want to start up here, you can buy this BGA and the land to go with it. Make your money on silage. So plenty of grass here to turn into silage if you like the BGA. Oh, I smell fresh coffee. So Lucy's right here is a sell point. You have the built-in heating plant. If you don't want to use the built-in heating plant, I have some placeables. So same thing, you deliver wood chips and water. It's going to give you income per hour and a little bit of digestate. So this one's built into the map if you want to buy this one. And now we're coming back up to where we were earlier, where I was selling the logs. So straight sell point here for logs. And then it'll also buy your wood chips and your firewood. And then behind it is the boathouse. And here's where you need to bring your resin. So you bring resin and logs. It's going to make you rowboats, surfboards, and firewood to sell. So the boathouse, this corner of the map. So you got the boathouse. and it's going to cost you 724,000, and you got a couple different forests right next to it. Field 5 is a massive piece of property that's going to cost you 3.3 million, but it's got a pretty big size field and a ton of space to even make it bigger. So if you want to come up here and like create your whole own area up here, like I said, that'll cost you $3 million for this whole piece of property over here, but it's massive. And then there's a new bridge here that I just added that takes you over to fields 11 and 12. And this is the only way in and out of these two fields. So this is another nice piece of property back here. So again, only way in and out. And these are two separate pieces of property, so you can buy these. You could buy these two pieces separate. So you got 1.5 million and 1.4 million. So land is not cheap. It's a difficult economy. So without cheating money, and you're not going to make $1 million your first day on the map. And that's pretty much everything on the map. It's a nice, simple little lay back, relax, non-heavy production where you're not spending 8 hours hauling pallets around. In the store, so you'll have the mod pack, and then in the store you'll have the gas trigger, the hayloft, composter, fertilizer factory, heating plant, herbicide production, seed maker, diesel storage, grass dryer, water trigger, water storage, and I'm going to make a resin storage before the map's released. And then under the animal pens, you have all the placeable modded animal pens to put down. So your ducks, your donkeys, your dogs, so your sheep, so all that's available to place your own, built into the map as well. And then your sleep triggers are built into the map, so you have to put your own sleep trigger down. So same thing, just head into the store, go under the farmhouses, and you could put the deck chair, the doormat, or the outhouse down. And then you can put under the global company, these are made by Stevie, we have permission to use them. You could put more potato washers and potato steamers down. And the other one is under sheds, you have all the red barns that are built onto the map, so you could put all of those down as well. So they're all built into the map waiting for you. But I'm going to drive back down to the vehicle shop, grab my log trailer. I'm going to put y'all on the Be Back Soon screen real quick, and I'm going to check messages and see if that message I just got is from Papa Smurf, and see if he wants to finish the vehicle pack. And if he does, I'm going to get out of here because that's more important than me sitting here playing right now. And I smell some fresh coffee brewing, so coffee trumps everything else. But yeah, like I said earlier, to be honest with you, I can't stop playing this map. I'm burned out on heavy production. I can do logging. I can create my own fields. I can do a ton of silage with all the grass. I could put all my own animal pens down. I don't have to worry about spending 8 hours keeping factories running and hauling pallets around the map. Definitely single player map. Well, single player friendly. You could do multiplayer. You could definitely do multiplayer on this map. It is seasons prepared. But I'm going to leave this pickup truck parked at the shop until I buy my farmhouse. And then I'm actually going to trade this pickup truck in for a Mahindra. Trying to re-chat and stay on the road at the same time. So he stays here until I have a home. We're going to head back across the street, and then I'm going to put you on the be back soon screen real quick and just go check messages and get a fresh cup of coffee. But I think I've spent like 6 game hours on this map so far, and I still don't have these 2 fields cleared. We're getting there, but they're not quite done yet. And I'm going to turn all of this grass into silage. And then just sell it for cash. Not too many trees here left to cut. Oh, let me swing back around and go this other way. Park where these couple of logs are. So I forgot we had a couple logs we left behind. Won't take me long. I'll probably lay in bed tonight and finish cutting all these trees down. I don't know how much of this map I'll actually show on camera. This is going to be my more of lay in bed at night, chillax, relax, and play map. And I probably won't do much streaming on this map. But bear with me for a few minutes. Let me check messages. I'll be right back. Alright, so Papa Smurf is not home yet, or at least he's not live yet. He hasn't been on Facebook to check messages. The message I got was actually from Dixie saying that she lost her Twitch feed and can't get it back. So I think she's locked out of Twitch. So, and you're going to hear the dog barking his head off because we have somebody over picking up a used treadmill. Yeah, and they're outside and he's inside and we're not letting him out. So he's going to go crazy until they leave. So I may have to actually jump out of here and help them move that treadmill. I'll let you know in a minute. If I do, I'm just going to get out for the day and call it a night. I'm going to get with Dixie to see what's going on with her Twitch. She said it froze and she couldn't get back in. But we're getting there. There's not that many trees left over here. So if they need a hand, I'm just going to go ahead and get out of here. And I'll call it a night, and then we'll come on tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have the vehicle pack updated, and then we'll definitely start building the pizza factory tomorrow. And I'm really hoping they don't need my help because I've got a bad back anyway. That's why I'm trying to get on disability. So I'm really praying that they don't ask me to help move that thing. Shadow from that hot air balloon scared the crap out of me when it came over. Oh, maybe I'm back. Dixie might be back. She just didn't want to watch me cutting trees. I was just saying, where'd all my money go? But I forgot I just upgraded my truck. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the double authorization or something like that. So once you start streaming on Twitch, you have to put in a second um, line of defense for like a login and password. So it's like a double login. And if you log out of your Twitch account, like when I run CC Cleaner a couple times a week, and when I run my CC Cleaner, it logs me out of my Twitch account. So when I go to log into my Twitch account, I have to get a message back, text message back with a code, and I need that code to get back into my Twitch account. It's a pain in the neck. Double authorization, they call it, or something like that. It's ridiculous. So if you don't have a cell phone, you can't get the code because they won't send it to an email. So you can't get that stupid code without having a cell phone or someone that has a cell phone that you can like get the number from as soon as they send it to you. So I don't have a working cell phone, so I send the number to either my son or my sister when they're home. Like, you're getting a code, I need the number, I'm locked out of Twitch. Because every time I run CC Cleaner, it logs me out of Twitch and YouTube. Dixie, I'm going to chip everything since I won't allow myself to lease anything. Yeah, I'm doing like a role play where the farmers that own fields 2 and 3 gave me the timber rights to cut all the trees down. And then when I'm done with fields 2 and 3, I'm turning them back into the farmer that owns this land. And I'm going to go and buy some different property. So these 2 pieces of land are only temporary, and the farmers gave me the timber rights to clear them. So I'm role playing this map. And I'm not keeping these fields. I'm selling them back to the farmer that leased me the timber rights. So as soon as we're done cutting trees, I'm done taking the grass, these 2 fields are getting turned back into the farmer that owns them. I'm going to run one more load up to the sell point, and then I'm going to chip the rest for the... Oh, I don't need to chip for the... We're just going to sell the rest. I'm going to put the rest in the wood chipper, but I don't... Or in the heating plant, but I don't need to because my wood chipper is making me a ton of wood chips. But I don't mind leasing equipment. You can lease vehicles in real life. You can lease vehicles in a game. You can get timber rights from a farmer to cut all the trees down and then turn the land back over to them. You can lease fields from a farmer in real life to put livestock on or to bale. So I'm going to role play. If I can do it in real life, I can do it in the game. There's plenty of farmers here that are right near us that lease their fields out for other farmers to breed cattle and to make silage and straw and hay with. And then there's a couple forests in the area that the landowner will let you take out timber rights to and cut and replant trees. So if I can do it in real life, I can do it in the game. You're going to leave the one log over there? There you go. Let me swing around, coming in the other angle. Yeah, there's only like, a few more trees to cut. I'll cut these tonight when I'm laying in bed and finish clearing these fields. How many more can I get on here? Probably one more tree. Maybe two. Do I want to push it? Yeah, let me throw one more on here and we'll head up to the sell point. Nope. Well, we'll get that one when we come back. But this truck should be a lot more stable than the K100 was. But yeah, it's almost, 4 o'clock here, so yeah, I'm going to have to get off soon to help her with dinner. I don't know where today went because I got absolutely nothing done today. So I have no idea what happened to the day today. Oh, hair truck running. They must have got the treadmill loaded. Ooh, the K100 had more power. This truck is I upgraded the engine. This truck is definitely struggling to get up and over these bridges. I think the K100 has more power than this truck. This one has more speed, but I think that one has more power. Oh, sure, the sports car is going to slow us down. I may have to speed traffic up a little bit on this map. Yeah, it's already getting dark here today too, but it's cloudy and overcast and really cold drizzle all day. And if she doesn't need help with dinner, I'm going to jump on Rising World for like an hour to see if I can find iron ore. So like I said earlier, I spent 8 hours on there yesterday and I can't find any iron ore. I dug 4 mines in 4 different places on the map, went underground in like 3 different directions. I just can't find ore. I found a massive coal vein. I just can't find iron ore. So I'm going to either dig some more in my existing mines, or I'm going to find another spot on the map and dig a 5th mine somewhere just to try and find some iron, because I'm stuck. I can't upgrade anything. I'm to the point now where I need the iron ore. I've got the fishery built, I've got the fishing table built, I've got the farming table built, I've got the masonry table built, and I'm to the point now where I just need the iron and I can't find it. It's driving me nuts. Come on, give me the trigger. There we go. Yeah, another 56 grand. So that just paid for our truck upgrade. Probably get at least 2 more loads back here, so I should get at least another 100,000. And then I may even be adventurous on this map and actually use the BGA. I haven't played with the BGA since FS17. So I may actually do silage to hard way on this map. But I do like the road system on here because it forces you to drive. There's no shortcuts at all on this map. So you're driving I can't teleport in real life, I'm not teleporting on the game. I'm gonna do some driving. But keep an eye out on YouTube for Mr. Species 7. He has a copy of the map and the placeables and the vehicle pack that I'm currently testing and using. And I think he's also going to do a first look video some point this week as well. So stop in on YouTube, check out his video, give him a follow or subscribe or whatever it is on YouTube. He's got a great little channel. He usually does 2 videos a day. He does a lot of farming and he does a lot of survival crafting games. So give him a shout out. Stop in, say hello, visit his channel. Give him a sub, it's free on YouTube. And I think he may actually do a series on this map as well, when he's done with his current series on the Alpine map. I think he's going to switch over to this map and do a let's play on it. But I want to get the rest of these trees down so I can turn that lease in. Because I just paid for another hour's lease, another $5,000. So this is definitely costing me some cash now. Kosovo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. If I butchered your name, I am super, super sorry. But thank you for the stopping in, taking time out of your day and saying hello. Much appreciated. So this map is pretty much ready to go. I want to get it to my... We're just waiting on the updates to the vehicle pack. And then I want to get it to my Patreon subscribers at some point in the next day or two. And then I'll get this map released sometime between like the 15th and 20th. But I want to run this load over to the wood chipper so I have enough logs to keep that running. But definitely tune in tomorrow as long as the internet will allow and I have Wi-Fi. unless Papa Smurf and I are working on the vehicle pack, I will definitely start building the pizza factory tomorrow. And you guys and gals will get the pie factory somewhere around the 15th as well. So I got to get that to my Patreons tonight or tomorrow. So they'll get the pie factory tonight or tomorrow. They'll get this map most likely tomorrow when the vehicle pack's updated. And then everybody will get this map in the pie factory somewhere between the 15th and 20th. But this factory is full. I'm just going to dump these into Trigger, and then it'll suck them in as it needs it. Oh, so it did suck them in. Wonder if it needs any more. Let me pick these up. I'll throw these back into Trigger. I thought for sure it would take them in as it needed it. Now it's taking them all back into Trigger. There we go. So that factory is definitely full. And that's just a simple little wood chipper. All I'm getting are wood chips and resin. And I'm just going to use the wood chips to keep the heating plant running. And then we'll use the resin to make boats and surfboards eventually when we have enough money to buy it. Barry 1949, thank you for the follow, very much appreciated. Thank you for taking time out of your day stopping in and saying hello. So if you're coming in a little bit late, fields 2, 3, and 4 are full of trees, and you have to clear them in order to use these fields. On new farmer mode, you actually start with fields 2 and 3. So I sold enough wood and wood chips to buy the wood chipper and the heating plant, and then a few new vehicles. So I'm using all these trees to upgrade my equipment and get started. And then I'm going to turn all of this grass into silage, and I'm going to sell the silage off. Or we'll keep these 2 fields and turn them into clover. Haven't decided yet. But we're going to make a ton of money off silage on these 2 fields. think I'm going to knock the rest of these trees out and then get this lease turned back in. There's not that many left now. I don't like leaving a lot of trees laying on the ground because that's one of the things that causes lag. So I like to cut enough just to fill the trailer and sell them. But we don't have that many trees left. No, maybe not. There's still a good bit of trees left. We'll cut enough to run one more load up to the sell point. But logging is not one of my favorite things to do, so this is painful for me to do. But you need them for the factories. So forcing you to do some logging on these on this map. But yeah, logging and then spreading lime. I hate spreading lime. I don't mind plowing. I don't mind harvesting. I hate spreading lime. Usually hire a worker. A few more. Alright, we'll get the stumps out. We'll get one more load over to the sell point. And then we'll come back and we'll knock out the rest of these trees. Anybody on here that plays Eco by chance? I'm looking for a game tip if anybody here plays Eco. I think it's the latest version too, whatever they're up to, like 9.0.1 or something like that. Or 9.1.0, whatever the latest update is on Steam. If not, I'll try and jump on Wiki. Farm Chick, never heard of it. It's like, it is a crafting survival open world. It's built more for multiplayer, but I play single player. And it's just something I mess around with on occasion. I'm not on there every single day playing. But I can't progress any further until I find iron ore. And like I said yesterday or earlier today, I spent 8 hours looking for iron. I dug 4 mines. I just can't find iron. And I was just wondering if there was a certain level down under the ground that you have to be at to find the iron. Coal's really hard to find, and I found this massive vein of coal, enough to keep me going on the entire playthrough. But I'm stuck now until I can find iron. So if you hunt, you fish, unfortunately you kill some animals, you do a lot of crafting. Got to build different crafting tables, do a lot of research and level up. But you start with stone tools, and you can only mine for maybe 15 minutes. Then you got to take your pick back to your home base and repair it. Then you go back to the you got to eat some food because everything you do burns calories. So you have to keep the food going and your campfire running to make food and make calories, because everything you craft, everything you do on the map costs you calories. So you're constantly cooking and eating and making calories. But until I get some iron tools, I'm still using the stone tools, and like every 15 minutes you're coming out of the mine back to camp to repair your pick and eat. And it's driving me nuts because I spent like 6 or 8 hours yesterday looking for iron and I just can't find it. So I'm going to go back to my mine where my coal is. I'm going to go 1 layer or 2 layers under the coal, and I'm going to start mining to the left, to the right, just to see if I can, and down further, and see if I can find some iron ore. I got plenty of stone to build my stone house with. Found granite, found limestone, found sandstone, found a massive coal vein. I've got like 12 stockpiles full of damn stone. But you can't find the iron ore. Survival game man versus nature, hunt, fish, and mine to stay alive. Yeah, the one good thing about that game, the only thing I really, really, really love about that game is the animals won't eat you. So you're not getting killed in that game. And you can make a wooden bow and arrow and you can pretty much kill any animal you want. So the hunting is really, really easy. The fishing is really, really easy. But you have to do a lot of it because everything costs you calories. So, but it's a lot of fun. There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Raptor X, not Raptor, but Raptor X, and he does a lot of. I think pretty much all he plays is eco, and he does a lot of let's plays on it. And he does a lot of beginners guides and tips and tricks. So, if you're interested in just seeing what the game does, it's check out Raptor X on YouTube. I find when I got stuck with something, I end up going back and watching some of his tips and tricks videos. The only thing that's really, really confusing in that game is the whole research and upgrades. It's really, really confusing, and there's not a lot of information on it, so you're learning a lot of that on your own. So the only thing I really find confusing on that game is the whole research table and the research process and the upgrades. And then the other thing that drives me nuts is you can only carry 20 items. So if you're digging yourself down into a mine shaft, you're coming in and out of the mine about 1,000,000 times because you can only carry 20 pieces of stone back out with you. Richard, what factories are placed now? I think less is more when it comes to built. This one only has 3 or 4 factories, and all the extra fill types have been taken out of this map. So this map is severely neutered. There's no mining. Like, all the extra fill types have been removed from this map. So none of the none of the other Ricci factories will work on this map. You'll get all fill type errors. And they'll throw Lua errors and may even crash your game. So, but this map only has, it's all wood products. It has a table factory that makes tables, chairs, and benches. Top of the mountain has a peach orchard. This upper corner, the sawmill makes lumber, plywood, pallets, and firewood. You have the boathouse that makes rowboats and surfboards. And then this corner of the map works together. So I start you off with the potato field. You have to buy the property next to it. It has a pig farm, potato washer, potato steamer. And then the property next to it has the poultry house for your duck eggs, chicken eggs. And then there's a breakfast factory that you have to bring your steamed potatoes over to. You have to bring your live pigs over to. You have to bring your eggs and duck eggs over to. And it makes scrambled eggs, hash browns, bacon, and sausage. And that is the only production on this map. None of the placeable factories from the other 3 maps will work on here. They'll crash and burn the game. So all the fill types have been taken out. This map has been severely neutered to be a more of a casual, laid-back play style. I'm burned out on heavy production. I'm tired of spending 8 hours hauling pallets around the map. I did place the lighthouse. Let me take you down to the beach. Let me drive this back to my 2 fields because I only have one more load of trees to cut. And I'll show you the lighthouse. Put the lighthouse down in the beach area. I couldn't build it into the water because it was off the map and it wouldn't let me. It was giving me a really hard time. So I ended up building it on the corner of the map in the beach area. So then I added more fishing boats running in the water behind it. So I ended up putting the lighthouse in and putting another boat spline in. But yeah, we'll head back to the fields, and I'll show you the lighthouse. Is there still cleanup work? The map itself is good. I don't plan on any more changes to the map except for a couple missing light poles. But they will not affect my save game. They'll work with my existing save game. So nothing else that's game breaking that will cause us to restart on the testing. The vehicle pack, I'm trying to rechat. Oh, I'm going to be stuck on the railing, on the bridge. This ain't good. I was trying to rechat and drive at the same time. That's never good. You know what? I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to reset it back to the shop. I'm just going to reset both of them. I'm not even going to try and pick it up on the bridge. It'll end up in the water. But the map, like I said, the map itself is good to go. I have the vehicle pack. We still have a little bit of work to do on. So my goal is to get it to my Patreon members within the next day or two. And they'll have it for 7 to 10 days. And then after the Patreons have it for 7 to 10 days, we'll get this map released somewhere between the 15th and 20th. And then that's the same time the Pie Factory will be released for the other 3 maps. That same time frame, the 15th, somewhere between the 15th and 20th. And then after the Pie Factory's released, you'll get one new factory about every 10 days. For the other 3 maps. But let me park this back out here. And I'll show you the beach area and the lighthouse. So these are the only couple trees I have left to clear fields 2 and 3 out. But let me grab my pickup truck. And I'll show you the lighthouse. Yeah, other than a little bit of missing grass, but I can't fix the grass because it'll cause a new game save. And I don't want to do that because I've already started this map about 6 times. And then I can fix a couple of missing light poles. That won't affect the game save. But other than that, there's nothing else broken or missing or not working on this map. I put in about 15 missing stop signs. I didn't realize I missed the stop signs when I built the map, so I went back and added all the stop signs back in. Hey old man, chef, how's it going? Sorry dude, sorry. Uh-oh, what did I say that you're sorry for? Or what did I miss? Cool. I'll definitely do a review of this map. Yeah, this map is gonna. This is definitely. I can't stop playing this map. This is gonna. This is definitely my go-to map. But down on the beach where the 4 water fields are is where I put the lighthouse. Oh, it was right as I crashed. Yeah, I was gonna turn super strength on and try and lift it up off the railing. I was trying to reach chat and drive at the same time, which is never good. But my luck, it would have ended up in the water underneath the bridge, so I just reset it. I can't reach chat and drive at the same time. But I thought the lighthouse looked really, really cool down here in this corner. And then you can see the fishing boats from down here running in the background. So you got the fishing boats and the cargo ships running around the outside the map. And there is an invisible border there, so you can't drive off the end of the map. So, but yeah, you've got all the boats running in the water now, so you can't drive off the end of the map. So you got the fishing boats, sailboats. There's the cargo ships and stuff running out in the bay. I figured that was a really nice spot for it down here with the water fields. But what time is it? 4:30. I'll go for about another 20 minutes or so, and then I have to get out here and help her with dinner. But I want to get the rest of these trees down and get these 2 fields cleared. So I think I'm getting close to 8 hours on this map, and I'm just getting the trees off of fields 2 and 3. I did make a couple slight changes to the starting vehicles. I added the spreader in new farmer mode, and a second tractor and a seeder. So I added those to the starting vehicles. But I want to get the rest of these last couple trees down so I can get all of this grass cut. And then I'm gonna cut this grass, and I'm gonna silage bale it, and then sell off the silage bales for cash, so I can buy the farm yard I want to set up on. Where I want to set up at the base of the waterfall, that piece of property cost 1.5 million. So I should make, between the wood chips at the wood chipper, the heating plant that's giving me income per hour, and then all the silage I'm going to sell off of these two fields, I should have enough money to purchase the piece of property I want to start my homestead on. So I'll probably, off camera, lay in bed and play tonight. Yeah, Richard, yeah, that was a really good spot for the lighthouse. It does fit in pretty well down there. And I've made enough money off of this field so far to buy the wood chipper, the heating plant, um, my truck, the log trailer, a tanker, and I sold the mower from the starting equipment. And I bought the butterfly mower and the windrow loading wagon. So even though I don't have a lot of money in the bank yet, I'm pretty much spending it on equipment as I earn it. So other than a plow, I pretty much have everything I need to get started. There we go. Last tree. So I am going to return this lease before it costs me any more money. And let's get all of these stumps out of here. And I ended up accidentally shooting like 975 liters of wood chips into this wagon, so we're going to have to go empty this wagon out. There we go, one more. Trees are down, stumps are out. A little bit of logs to clean up. Now we can get this grass mowed. Empty this trailer. I know there's not much in it, but it's going to drive me nuts if I don't empty it, if I just let it sit here. I'm going to go to use it, and it's going to have just a little bit of wood chips in it to annoy me. Oh, come on. I'm going to cut in front of myself. So the heating plant's replaceable. I put this down. So wood chips and water is going to give you income per hour, and then a little bit of digestate as a byproduct. But I'm going to get these logs picked up, and I got to get out of here for the night. And I think I'm just going to run these logs right over here to the wood chipper. But I do appreciate everybody taking time out of their day, stopping in, saying hello. Um, thanks for the follows. Thanks for the bits and the cheers. You guys and gals are awesome. It's finally nice to see these two fields deforested. See if we can get them all on here in one trip, or if it's going to be a two tripper. I don't know. It might be close. We may have to come back for one pile. Let's see if we can squeeze them all on here. We got 6 more logs. Let's see if we can squeeze them on here. Don't you dare fall off the other end. Just caught that. I'm going to run these over to the wood chipper, and this way I'll have enough logs to keep it running for a while without having to cut anymore. Yeah, dog's been fairly quiet today, except for when the folks came over to pick up the used treadmill. I'm really surprised the Wi-Fi was holding out today, because it's been terrible the last 2 days. And if you were in here earlier, I was having trouble with the auto load truck. I found a different set that I downloaded. It's not the Timber Runner set that I was using earlier today. It's actually a Flegel set that I found on modhub.us, and it's not giving me any issues. It's actually working as it's supposed to. I may even throw some people on the boat before I get it released, because that won't affect any current game saves either. But yeah, this factory's full, so it shouldn't accept much of any of these. There we go. So I got plenty to keep that factory running. I'm going to park this back. Actually, I could probably just left it over there. I'll take it with us. I'm going to drive back to the yard, and then I'm going to get out of here for the night. I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. We are doing fried fish sandwiches and sides. One of my favorite dinners tonight. But I'm going to come back, grab our lawnmower, get it set up, and then I'm going to get out of here. So this is my temporary staging yard until I can buy a farmyard to use. I'm actually going to use this trailer because I haven't used, or this tractor, I haven't put any hours on this tractor yet. So we're going to make him do some mowing. Man, I almost ran that guy over. You see him walk right in front of me? Ooh, another one. Alright, let's grab our butterfly mower. With all the grass on this map, this thing is going to be put to good use. Man, these pedestrians, oh, I ran that guy over. These pedestrians are trolling me today. So how many points are running the pedestrian over? Look at this nice big area, all waiting for us. Farm chick, uh-oh. Sorry, whatever you were doing there, farm chick. My night bot gotcha. But I am going to get out of here. I'm going to save and exit. Do all that happy stuff. Help her finish up dinner. 5,000, damn. But again, I thank everybody for stopping in. The bits, the follows. Oh, you put numbers in. Sorry about that. My Nightbot is pretty stringent. But everybody have a good night. I will catch everybody tomorrow.